Welcome back, Nutcrackers. It's your boy Sir Chucknuts here with another one, and today we are doing absolutely horrifying mythical creatures you've never heard of. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget that like and subscribe button. And let's get started with the scary creatures, I guess.
Horrifying mythical creatures that you've never heard of. Seldom would you find tales.
Wait, that's a beat. Might get to clip that for later.
Seldom would you find tales of critters and creatures more terrifying than those from Southeast Asia, places like the diesel of nightmare fuel. First up is the Pontianak, a malevolent spirit with a bone to pick, specifically yours.
So, Bloody Mary?
All 206 of them. Originating from the likes of
heck?
Malaysian and Indonesian folklore, the Pontianak is said to be the vengeful spirit of a pregnant woman who either died in
Of course, it's a pregnant woman that died.
childbirth or at the hands of her partner. So imagine that you're taking a midnight Malaysian stroll, slurping down a Malaysian meal of Malaysian.
That looks good. Oh, I would chow down. I would eat that faster than I would eat a woman's cookie.
And shoot. Through the aroma of boiling broth and steamy veggies, your nose catches the subtle scent of flowers, your ears, the delicate cry of an infant. It's just
That was not a delicate cry of an infant if I've ever heard one.
then that you spot a figure in the dark, standing beneath a big, beautiful, bountiful banana tree. Gracefully creeping into the moonlight is a young woman, clad in a flowing white dress with silky, long, raven black hair and friggin' sweet honkers. But that's how they get you. Seduction is the Pontianak's weapon of choice, at least for the initial bait.
Okay. Get rid of the teeth, but body is tea. Body is tea. Bro, if I can see it from the front, I might just gotta put a bag on it.
But as long as you're a nice guy, you should have nothing to fear. And not the Reddit definition of a nice guy. Cheaters, beaters, and legend leaguers all face a terrible fate should they cross the path of a Pontianak. So
On me,
approach at
bro.
your own risk. If you do find yourself overcome with the manly urge to try to pick up a ghostly gal in the middle of the night, you'll notice a few things as you make your move.
Okay, if she looked like that realistic picture from earlier, who wouldn't try? That's all I'm saying.
For one, that delightful floral scent
If my girlfriend watches this, I love you. I love you.
quickly turns to pure putrescence, her soft pale hands now done razor sharp nails, and her delicate face.
Bro, if she got razor sharp nails, bro, imagine back scratches with that, bro. That would be fire. Wait, I got some in my Sorry, it's just your beauty. Was that smooth shot? It's never worked before, but it might work for y'all.
Now bears bloodthirsty fangs.
What if I'm into vampires?
You're in for a rough encounter. The Pontianak has a purely physical attack style, so keeping your distance would have been wise. If you survive the shock of her terrifying appearance, you're gonna wish that you hadn't, as all of your pain receptors will now be the ones screaming. Speaking of which, a Pontianak may choose to let out a deafening wail, capable of rupturing your eardrums. But bleeding ears
Okay, I've had an ear infection, and that hurts really bad, so like a busted eardrum would make me go, "Ugh, ugh." Like, I don't know. That would hurt bad though. I would just let it kill me.
are the least of your worries, because
Or suck my soul out of something. What?
soon, you'll have a bleeding belly. As a symbolic gesture for the child that she was never able to bear, a Pontianak will take her terrifying talons and tear through your trembling tummy, stealing your stomach, looting your liver, and kidnapping your kidneys.
Hey, can I have one of my kidneys? You only need one.
Why? Because they taste good? But if you don't feel like having your
How does he know they taste good?
insides being converted to outsides, here's what you can do. First and most obvious, don't approach crying women in the middle of the night. It's a huge red flag. Walk on.
True.
That's someone else's problem. Second, take a glance down at her piggies. Legends state that Pontianaks have gross feet, so this may be a warning sign to hightail it out of there. Or she might just have gross feet. As a third option, albeit a bit expensive, is that Pontianaks apparently hate the sound of cannon blasts, so if you're facing peril, have her stare down a barrel. Fourth, final, and most effective if you find yourself about to be shredded to bits, is managing to get behind the spooky spirit and jamming an iron nail into the nape of her neck.
She does this like it's gonna help her have a baby. You right, you right.
This is the Pontianac's factory reset spot, rendering her docile, subdued, and
So she's a robot? She got a factory reset? Bro said, let me hit you with that pause button.
apparently, according to some strange versions of the legend, she will become, quote-unquote, the perfect wife.
I'm just gonna be walking around with a cannonball and an iron nail. Bro, wait a minute. Yo, no. Okay, I don't care what y'all say. This is a tap. Tap all day. Like, put some gloves on it. We chillin'.
At least until the nail is removed. Then she just gets back to her murderous ways.
This is you. Wait, no, this is you. And you want to conquer the world of Albion?
Dude, you gotta run. That Pontiac is after everybody. But I'm jamming. Well, that demon over there is about to jam her fingers into your belly, so you better... What are those? My Raycon.
Guys, sorry guys, we're just gonna have to deal with his ad. I can't skip it.
This video is sponsored by Raycon. These are Raycon's headphones that want a physical activity. Don't want to my own for several side or doing. I don't ever need. Want it low. Need to lock in at the off. Design Earbuds Classic and comment below. Day earbud. Now we jump ship from Southeast Asia to the forests of West Africa with the Sosobonsam. The
I want to
OG
go to
jump
Africa.
scarer, this slippery little devil hides in the
So, monkey with extra claws.
canopies of the forest of Ghana, waiting for its next victim to wander through the woods. The beings are said to be huge, much
We know he's pulling no women. That's a different type of six-pack.
larger than an average human, with jaws capable of swallowing a head whole in one gulp. Although oddly proportioned, the
What
Sosobonsam is
the
ape-like
hell?
in appearance with gangly, dangly arms and legs.
How? Here, wait. We gonna attempt this real quick. Bro, hitting the wait. No. Huh? Yo, how is he getting his foot up there? Bro, he oddly flexible. I just forgot I'm not wearing socks. Y'all just saw my bare toes. I'm sorry.
And a slender torso, often depicted
He needs a chiropractor? Bro. Honestly, getting my back cracked by a guy right now sounds great. Okay, wait. Pause.
with dark or red-colored fur. Using its iron hook feet to grip a grasp on Ganyan growth, the Sosobonsam lurks in the trees awaiting its prey. Once spotted, the monster will wiggle its fingies in delight with a don't mind if I do attitude like it's about to grab the last hot dog out of the warm Wawa hot dog cabinet. Going in for the kill, the Sosobonsam
I could go for a hot dog right now.
swings from the tree limbs to snatch and grab any would-be traveler, should they be caught unawares alone in the dead of night. The monster's monstrous arms envelop you in a deadly death hug, crushing your bones and internals. Luckily, this
That's
will most
not
likely send
nice.
you to the Shadow Realm before it ever gets a chance to feed on your remains. If you are more of a cautious individual, the Sosobonsam may attempt to disarm or disorient you with its ability to mimic familiar sounds.
Oh, heck
Oh, what was
no.
that? Once you've been thrown off course, your life expectancy quickly drops to mere seconds as the swinging vampire monkey man makes its move. But if you don't want to end up a monkey man's meal, there are precautions that you can take. For one, never travel alone in the forest at night. It's kind of the takeaway
Yo, he finna get slimed out. Look at that. Bro. Right. Is he wearing a diaper?
lesson for this legend. Travel with a companion to avoid an untimely demise and to spark good conversation. And I told the guy, no tomato on the sandwich. And what does he do? He puts
Put a
extra
tomato.
tomatoes on it. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But, you know, it wasn't
Bro, do y'all ever just be eating tomatoes like an apple? Just like, with like some tahini on it? Bro, that's so gas.
even. Additionally, protective charms blessed by your local village priest are said to ward off the creatures as they hate the taste of religion. But if these simple solutions just don't
Stay back! Stay back, you monkey vampire demon.
seem possible,
Tomatoes are disgusting. So you don't like ketchup? So you don't like spaghetti? Or most of any pastas? Huh?
don't worry, for another solution is already in the making, and you can thank chocolate. Now, before you embarrassingly offer a bar to the beast, let me explain.
No, it's not.
You see, Sosobonsams thrive in the trees, so let's just get rid of the trees. Thanks to excessive cocoa farming, Ghana has lost a majority
What up, Kitty Stars?
of its primary forest since the 1950s. Sure, the trees are gone, but so is this fictitious freak.
Play War Thunder now. Join millions of players across the globe in massive battles on tanks.
Strap on some earmuffs, because this next creature's a real screecher. Slopped out of southern Slavic folklore is the
Is it a fountain? Or is it some white cotton?
Drekavac, which translates to the Screamer. This myth takes on many forms
Guys, I'm gonna be the screamer real quick.
across several
been good,
different
it's been good.
variations of its story, but for this video, we will go with its infant form.
Hey, he's a true Adam, bro. Look, he for sure be watching Blackpill, bro. Look at them cheeks. He for sure, he's at least a Chad. He's at least a Chad.
The Drekavac is said to be the restless spirit of an unbaptized child, desperate for salvation. According to legend, the Drekavac takes the form of a gray, emaciated young child. Little limber limbs accompany its frail stature, offset only by its monstrously large dome, which definitely devastated a birth canal upon entry into this world. They are most prevalent around Christmas time, sure to put a damper on anyone's festivities, but they certainly will not go unnoticed. Problem is, one glance
What's y'all's thoughts on eggnog? As like right now, just bored. Hell yeah, man. We're just doing reacts, watching cool stuff. This is ball knowledge. If you know this, that baby on his shoulders looked like the monkey that tried to kill you. Bro! Okay, bro, the Black Ops 2 reference, the transit monkey, is a fire reference. Eggnog is pretty fire, though. But the transit man, can I speak, please?
at this little fellow will make you go, ugh. Not a thought exists behind its bulging, glassy black eyes. No thought, but death. If it wasn't obvious by its name, the Drekavac is capable of emitting eardrum-rupturing shrieks, able to bring you to your knees in a single squeal.
Yeah, we stream from Elden Ring sometimes.
Yeah, like that. Now, the Drekavac itself is not an immediate threat in terms of it wanting to convert you into a fresh marinara.
Oh, heck yeah.
Instead, it serves as a looming omen. It is said that those who find themselves in its shadow are doomed to die a terrible death in the coming days. Whole villages may
not
suffer
nice.
cruel fates should they spot one nearby. The legend itself is often used as a deterrent for young children, teaching them to not wander too far from home lest they cross paths with the diminutive demon. Strange howls or yells in the night from local wildlife are often attributed to the Drekavac as a way to prove their existence to traumatized children. I mean, some of us were told that a giant anthropomorphic rabbit breaks into our houses once a year to leave us candy offerings in exchange for good behavior, so is it really that far-fetched?
Why? What is he talking about? The Easter Bunny?
Parents do a lot to make sure that their kids behave, don't they? Honestly, I can't wait to tell Little Chat one day about how a small fairy will break in through his window to steal his dead teeth in exchange for a few bucks. Well, like most critters,
Is he trying to say, did he just call his future son Little Chat?
the Drekavac can be defeated. The most obvious method is having the child properly baptized, finally putting its soul to rest. So, just have your
So, metaphorically, if you grab the child, like let's say the child like right here, and you just say, "Be baptized, my son. Be baptized." He would be just fine. Whatever. We should definitely play sometime. Like as a club. Yeah, for
friendly
sure.
neighborhood priest join the
Join the
party and
Discord.
cast holy on its unholy ass. Or, you know, splash a cup of holy water in its face.
Okay,
Rest in
that makes
peace.
sense too. The tiki. Play with my titi. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get I'm sorry.
Japanese folklore. Definitely a very creative culture for instilling fear into kids and adults alike. After all, we need to balance the uwu anime girls with something a bit more fearsome.
Hear me out. Any anime character, I would tap.
The Teki Teki does just that. Born from tragedy, this ghastly ghoul is the result of a young woman or schoolgirl who had fallen or was pushed onto train tracks and failed to get out of the way in time, causing her to become 50% lighter, but 100% angrier. I prefer the story of it being a malicious push, as simply just falling onto the train tracks is your own fault.
Yeah.
Stay behind the yellow line at all
Don't do Thomas to a train like that. He a nice man. Besides the Choo Choo Charles. I think he's not that much of a nice man.
times, people. Being a vengeful spirit or Andrea, the Teki Teki is a violent little vixen, aiming to hunt down the living who wander around deserted locations.
Bro got her walking on her hands like, bro. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
Or train tracks in the middle of the night. Her existence serves
All I'm saying, if I see somebody that ain't got no legs chasing me, I'm just gonna treat them like a soccer ball, personally.
solely as a cautionary tale for kids, discouraging any late-night adventures to such places. It's interesting the tales that parents come up with to protect their children. So instead of it being like, "Alright, Dad, I'm going to that old abandoned factory with some friends." The hell you are, that place isn't safe. It's more like, "Alright, Dad, I'm going to that old abandoned factory with some friends." Sure, no problem. Just make sure you don't get murdered by
The Factory Fingerer.
What? Any encounter with a Teki Teki could be your last. While they are just a half-body apparition of a young girl, they're still a force to be reckoned with. You may first become aware of its arrival by the sound of its hands slapping on the cement, which is how it walks, and the origin of its onomatopoeic name. In some tellings of the story, she carries a small scythe as a weapon. Others, she bears razor-sharp nails. If approached, she may ask you a simple question.
Chat. Katie Stars is not a real person. That's all I'm saying. Hashtag, that is a bot trying to ask me if I want to buy its thumbnail artwork. And then it's a no-go. Me.
In Japanese, of course. This is a trick question. She ain't
By the
got
way, at least follow me if you want me to add you. Anyways, continue.
no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Though, if you see a ghostly gal
Lieutenant Dan, I got you some ice cream. Oh, Jenny, I'm gumping it. Forrest Gump is gumping it. Sorry, guys. I had to.
with her inside spilling out, lumbering towards you on her hands, it should be common sense that
Okay,
you wouldn't-
realistically, okay. If you on your hands, you're not gonna be that fast. So, like, I could probably outrun you. Like a couple weeks ago.
Katie the hell out of there. But you'd be wrong. Although she is restricted to just arms for movement, she is noted to be incredibly fast, even able to catch up to cars if necessary. Once she gets a
no.
hold of you, she will treat you to a similar fate as her own, using her scythe or nails to crack you open like a football Sunday beer can. Now, according to legend, and unfortunately for you, there's no clear way to defeat her, mainly just heeding the tale's warning to avoid deserted areas and train tracks.
I see the Adventure Time snail. You're not smooth.
However, I'm sure a solid 45-yard field goal attempt could get the job done.
See, what did I say?
Sync your RGB devices to your favorite games with Signal RGB, which is an RGB app that supports thousands of devices.
What's scarier than a skeleton? A giant skull that flies. Originating from the
That's not
folklore of the
scary.
Iroquois or Haudenosaunee Native Americans surrounding
Bro, if there's a skull flying to me, here, wait. I'm gonna be like, here, wait, one second. I'm gonna be like Prime Muhammad Ali, and I'm just gonna be like, see the skull flying to me? I'm gonna use it as target practice, bro. I'm gonna be like, oh crap, I can't do this too much. I gotta scoot closer. I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna be like throwing hands. Like, if there's a demon skull flying at me, I'm just gonna throw hands. It's that simple. Like,
the Great Sacandaga Lake in upstate New York, this sizable skull monster is the stuff of nightmares. Dubbed the Ganas de Stonje, this disembodied man-eating head's goal is to consume anything and everything. Men, women, children, entire villages.
back it up 5 seconds real quick.
To consume anything and everything. Men, women, children, entire
Wait.
is
5
to
more
consume
seconds.
anything and everything. Men, women, children,
continue.
entire villages,
Sorry, guys.
Prilosec, you name it. These dirigible domes are said to be the cursed souls of ones who have engaged in cannibalism or other various horrific acts within their lifetime. Thus, they are doomed to roam the earth with the curse of insatiable hunger. These heads can take the form of just mere skulls, but some versions of the tale depict them as full-fleshed faces with long...
Yeah, bro, I'm just gonna throw hands. Like, I'm just gonna throw hands.
flowing hair, either with feathered or bat-like wings. Their description reminds me a lot of those skulls from the Zelda franchise, particularly that one giant fella in the bottom of the well in Ocarina of Time. But I digress. It is said that even speaking about them attracts them to an area, as they have been known to descend on entire villages who keep their legend alive. Once summoned, these monsters begin wreaking havoc, biting and tearing victims apart, or swallowing them in one gulp, only to have to bite them immediately after, since they have no stomach. Their speed and sheer size makes escape nearly impossible, even if you're hiding in a house like a little frightened mouse or...
Maybe I can't throw hands. I thought I was thinking like a normal skull size, but like if they're big, big balls. I don't know why I was thinking
scared
that.
as all hell while hidden
Yeah, if they're like ginormous and my punches don't do anything, then we ride.
in a well, they'll attack your shack for a crack at a tender little snack.
Crack. I'll stick my finger in yours.
In terms of defeating them, you're kind of SOL, as legends state that the Ganasastunje is virtually immortal and thus cannot be destroyed, save for one primitive weapon.
Fire.
Fire. So, get out your lighter and your pocket can of body spray and get to it.
Bro, have y'all seen the meme of that kid who's like, oh, tonight was the best night ever. It was so cool. But the only sad part is I left my lighter and my body spray in the room, and like in the background, his house is just on fire.
Neat. Well, that's all for this list. These monsters would be pretty...
All right, guys. Honestly, the Tiki or this one, I give it about a 8.5 out of 10 on winning, because she might just lure me in and cause me to yeah, maybe she might lure me in and make me not okay in the head. This guy's probably killing me. I'm just going to drown this baby in holy water. The Tiki, I'm just gonna kick it like a football or just run away. And the skull, I think I'm just gonna throw hands with the skull, in my opinion. So about like a 2 out of 10,
With factory with some...
1 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 8 out of 10, because she's just a baddie for real. But if y'all enjoyed this, hit that like button and that subscribe button. But anyways, Nutcrackers, see y'all boys in the next one.